You think about them constantly. When they don't reply, your chest tightens. When they're distant, you replay every conversation, looking for what you did wrong. You call it love. But what if it isn't? What if the feeling you've been chasing isn't connection at all, but something older? Something your nervous system learned to need long before you ever met them. You know the feeling. They take a little too long to respond, and suddenly you're not okay. You're fine until you're not. And when they come back, the relief is enormous, almost too enormous, like you were drowning and they handed you air. That cycle, the anxiety, the relief, the craving, feels exactly like love. It has all the same symptoms: the obsessive thinking, the physical longing, the sense that this person is necessary for your survival. But here is what psychology tells us. In the 1980s, researchers Cindy Hazan and Philip Shaver made a striking discovery. Romantic love and childhood attachment activate the same neural systems, the same brain, the same need. Which means, for people with anxious attachment, a relationship doesn't just feel like love. It feels like survival. And survival and love are not the same thing. Anxious attachment develops early, when a caregiver was inconsistent, sometimes warm, sometimes withdrawn. The child's nervous system learned that love is uncertain, that it must be earned, that it can disappear. And so the brain built a strategy: monitor constantly. Don't relax. Stay ready. That strategy followed you here, into this relationship, into this phone you keep checking. You are not too much. You are not weak. You are not broken for feeling this way. You are running a program that was written for you before you were old enough to write your own. The hunger you feel was never really about them. It was about learning, very early, that love was unpredictable, and deciding, very quietly, to never be caught off guard again. That decision made sense then. It costs you now. Here is what's happening underneath. Anxious attachment keeps the brain's threat detection system, the amygdala, in a state of low-grade alert, always scanning, always calculating. Are we okay? Are we still okay? Neuroscientist Jacques Panksepp called this the seeking system, a primal brain circuit designed to pursue what we need to survive. In anxious attachment, this system gets hijacked. It locks onto the person, and it doesn't turn off. Real love activates the brain differently. It produces oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It creates felt safety. The nervous system settles. There is warmth without emergency, presence without panic. Anxious attachment produces something else. Dopamine spikes, triggered by uncertainty. The same chemical loop that drives gambling. The win feels incredible because the loss was real. You are not addicted to them. You are addicted to the relief of them. There is a difference, and it matters. So how do you tell the difference? And how do you begin to change it? Step 1. Check what you feel in the calm. Anxious attachment spikes during distance and flat lines during closeness. Real love feels relatively steady. Ask yourself, when things are good between you, do you feel peace or just temporary relief? Relief fades. Peace stays. Step 2. Notice if you need them or need their reassurance. There is a difference between wanting someone close and needing them to confirm you are still loved. One is intimacy. The other is regulation. Psychologist Sue Johnson calls this protest behavior, the anxious partner's attempt to restore felt security. If your love looks more like protest than presence, that is information. Step 3. Sit with the discomfort before reacting. When the anxiety rises, before the message, before the call, before the spiral. Neuroscientist Jill Bolte Taylor found that the chemical response to an emotion peaks and passes in 90 seconds. What remains after that is the story you choose to tell. Wait for the story. Step 4. Build a self that doesn't disappear in relationships. Anxious attachment grows in the absence of a stable inner foundation. Therapy, solitude, practiced with intention. Friendships that don't require you to perform. Hobbies that return you to yourself. The more solid the ground beneath you, the less you need another person to be the ground. Here is the model to carry forward. Anxious attachment is a nervous system that learned love was an emergency. Real love is a nervous system that has learned love is safe. The goal is not to stop feeling deeply. The goal is to feel deeply from a place of security, not desperation. You can want someone without needing them to survive. That is the difference. Love should not feel like holding your breath. It should not feel like waiting for something to go wrong. It should feel like coming home. To them, yes, but first, to yourself. You deserve a love that doesn't make you smaller, that doesn't require you to monitor and manage and perform. You deserve a love that lets you breathe. And that kind of love begins with understanding what you've been carrying, and finally, gently setting some of it down. Want to understand relationships for real? Hit subscribe or stay confused.